Right, folks, I'm sitting here on the rock, this little island that I've anchored up, or tied up to. Deer flies have been harassing me up here on the hill, and I was going to come up and enjoy a quiet glass of wine and and read out of my book. Most of you are aware of that gray owl that I've been reading. Just show it to you again. Gray owl. I'm doing the third in the collected works called Sajo and the Beaver People. It's been real good. Unfortunately, my bubble burst this morning with another boat. A fishing boat came in, and fished for a little bit, then they left. Now I've got two cruising boats out here, and right now I'll just show you the countryside. And that's looking east. It's called Al's Island, and then I'll just pan you over to where the boats are that have burst my bubble this morning and this afternoon. Now there you can see there's two cruising boats out there, which are serious fishing too, though. They're not here just to cruise, they're fishing, both towing boats, fishing boats. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move tomorrow or not. There's still a pretty good breeze right now, and I think that's why they came in here. I gotta stop because I got a chance to take a isn't it lovely? Peace and quiet of the wild, and then you got noisy fishing boats with dogs. Anyway, I'm trying to get these loons out here. Flip the camera around here so you can see again. That's where the loons are that I was shooting. I don't know where they went now. They disappeared again. Bring it back on me. I'll sit out here for a while. I had a big breakfast, so I won't eat anything for lunch. I don't usually eat lunch anyway, but sometimes I'll snack. I'll probably just wait for dinner. I'm going to have pork roast for dinner, but I do have to boil some potatoes because I'm out of potatoes. So I'll boil those up to have with my pot roast, pork pot roast. And flew the drone this morning, did a couple flights to take pictures of the area where I had trouble yesterday coming into dock, or tie up to shore, I should say. And it was quite a fiasco, but I was managed to salvage it and get myself out of trouble. The site here is really nice. Now it's interrupted. It's the way it is. It's the middle of the season, summer season. It's in July. It's when people are out here, so I'm not surprised. This is a prime anchorage. I can tell just by the design of it. It's very well protected, and this particular site I'm on, they may have wanted to come here. I don't know. They anchored, but they didn't have a choice since I was here first. But I jumped into the water, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Jumped in this morning to clean up. I figured the wind was kind of I was protected behind the island by the south wind today, and figured rather than setting up the hot water and the shower arrangement on the stern, I figured it was just as easy to jump in and get cleaned up that way. So I did. Went in twice. It was brisk, but tolerable. I wouldn't linger there long, but because it wasn't that kind of temperature where you want to go for a nice long swim. But it was certainly good enough to do what I did. You always wonder, because it's year to year, how much you can tolerate. But 63 degrees isn't too bad. 62 is kind of a cutoff that I've arbitrarily chosen. So if I have 62 or above, I will jump in. Maybe that's just because that's the coldest I've done in the last 10 years. So anyway, this afternoon, I'll probably eat 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I tend to eat earlier if I don't eat lunch. The goal would be to try to leave tomorrow, but I'm not certain that I can do that. It's going to rain, and the winds do not look favorable. But that could change. If I get a few hours in the morning, I'm only going to go 5 miles, so I could do that. And we'll see how it works out, see how my guests, whether they stick around or just come to fish for a few hours and then move on. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll maybe talk a little bit more later. Transpires for the afternoon. Good evening, folks. It's late in the afternoon, about 5:15, and I thought I'd talk to you one more time before close of the day. I'll turn it around here in a minute. But right down below where you're at there, I caught a fish, a good size northern this afternoon, and got a couple more strikes. One that got almost in, but he managed to throw the hook. You have to use barbless hooks in this area, so it's easy to lose them. But good solid strike, and it was would have been interesting to see the second fish at least. And I think there was a third strike too, but only one fish landed, but it was about a 3 to 4 pound northern. And of course I just released. I haven't been keeping anything because I don't have a fillet knife right now. So anyway, this evening I'll turn you around and I'm going to do some reading. Just finished dinner, had a pork roast with potatoes, some hot rolls, and a glass of red wine. And I'm finishing that up right now as we speak. Just sitting out here enjoying the evening. It's kind of pleasant. There's a little breeze, but it's not too cold. Earlier it was actually kind of chilly, but I think it's coming more off the land right now, so it's warmed up a little bit. When it comes over the water temperatures in the 50s out on the open lake, in the 60s in here, and so it cools off pretty dramatically. I need to put my sunglasses on because it's just too, I have to squint when I look at you. So anyway, the fishermen, let me scan over and show you where the fishermen are. There's the boat out there, 2 boats actually. And they're out with their smaller fishing boat, 14-foot Lund, 16-foot Lund, I don't know what they are, fishing out to the island north of us here. I'm not sure exactly where they went, but they're away. And they've been gone for most of the afternoon. I expect them back any time because they're probably getting hungry. I'll swing you back to the view out to the east, or northeast actually. And then I'll swing you around here and let you see the boat resting this evening. And just like I said, just had dinner. I put some strawberries out to thaw out. And I'm going to have ice cream, strawberries and ice cream in a while. I just felt like doing that. I didn't bring those along for that purpose, but that's what I'm going to use them for. It's a beautiful day. Deer flies are bothering me. You can see them flying around me, and they bite me every once in a while, but I've been trying to keep them at bay. Looked at the weather for tomorrow. It's not looking good. Appears that we're going to have wind right away in the morning. If that's the case, I may not attempt to try to go. I'll just have to look and see. If there's a calm spell when I get up, I may just move right on and not bother with breakfast until I get to the new place, because I don't want to take any chances. If the weather's calmer in the morning than they predict, then I'll move and do it quickly, and I'll just go about 5 miles. There's an island out here to the east called Ramsey Island, and I'll go there. It's about 3 miles of open water, about 5 miles to the anchorage. It shouldn't be bad as long as I get a little calm area in the morning. But there's no guarantee of that, so we'll have to see and play that by ear. I'm okay with timing, so if I had to stay here another day, I could do that. And if I did, I'd probably do some kayaking. I flew the drone earlier this morning, and then I did some fishing this afternoon, some reading, and I'll do some more reading this evening. There's always plenty to do. Managed to jump in and swim, and that was very refreshing to finally get cleaned up and put on clean clothes. You could probably tell because of change in shirt color. Anyway, that's the long and the short of it. Let me switch around here and get the view out that direction again. I'll try to get rid of a deer fly that's trying to get me. Anyway, I'll call it quits. Just taking it easy this evening. Have a good night.